Hello, everybody. Hello to you who are watching us right now on YouTube live. And hello to you who found our content on our YouTube channel and now wondering what this is all about. We are very excited to present you the International Conference on Code Quality, the IEEE sponsored computer science event, which we've been organizing for more than a year. And now let me tell you quickly the story of how it all started and what's staying behind this. About a year ago, maybe a little bit earlier, a few people, including myself, were thinking about how we can help Russian researchers and practitioners to be more integrated with the international community. In order to solve this problem, in order to achieve this goal, we found a solution which was quite easy to find. We decided to organize a truly international conference, computer science conference, inside Russia, which would be, as I said, truly international. In order to make it truly international, we set ourselves 5 important objectives, 5 components, 5 success factors of this goal. First of all, we got support from IEEE. IEEE Computer Society is one of the largest, maybe even number one organization in the world, non-profit organization, which support these activities, support events, community workshops, and things like that. And we got their support. Second, we put together a program committee of people from different countries and different organizations, different companies over the world. We have 30 people right now in the program committee, and only 5 out of them are based in Russia. We actually even have more people from the United States of America than people from Russia in the program committee. So we managed to put together truly international, in our opinion, the committee, the technical or program committee of people who decide which articles have to be published and which articles have to be rejected. That was the second success factor for us. And actually it was quite difficult to find those people and to convince them that they should join us to be part of this program committee, because it's a new conference, we're doing it for the first time, and actually we approached a few hundred people from different organizations, different places, and managed to convince about 30 of them to join us, which we believe is quite a success. Number 3 was the necessity for us to find local partners. So we decided that the conference will be international, but the sponsors and partners have to be local, based in Russia. And we actually found them. First of all, we found the university, HSE, Higher School of Economics, the university, which is Russian university, and they supported us with this initiative and gave us all the necessary means, all the necessary support. Also, we found 3 other universities, institutes or universities in Russia, which are, in our opinion, are the largest and the most reputable, organizations in Russia, and they also became our supporters, our partners. They didn't help us financially like so much, but they gave us quite a lot of organizational support. And also we found partners like commercial organizations in Russia, which are based in Russia. Not all of them are like purely Russian. It's difficult to imagine right now like a large organization which is connected to only one country. But we found 4 great partners. Number 1, of course, the partner number 1 is Huawei Russian Research Institute, which is probably one of the largest research organizations in Russia right now. It contains almost 1,000 people, and they're all researchers and practitioners. So this organization supports us, and we're glad to say that we managed to find this support. Also, we got support from Kaspersky. It's quite popular, also international company with a headquarters in Russia. The company is originally Russian. Yandex, another company, also Russian, with Russian roots, also now it's international. And SberCloud. SberCloud is the technical wing of Sber. Sber is the international, it's actually Russian, but it's quite large financial group. And SberCloud is the top cloud platform in Russia for cloud solutions. So we got 4 academic partners and we got 4 industry partners. That was our, objective number 3. Then number 4, we managed to invite two important people to our conference. First of all, it's a keynote speaker who we will listen to in just about an hour, Anders Mohler, who is definitely one of the top researchers in the area of static analysis, and our conference is focused on code quality. So we managed to convince him to participate in the event and make a keynote speech. That in my opinion, our opinion, is actually quite an achievement for us, because it made our conference, more serious for you, for the attendees. And Vasily Naichev is the practitioner, also we believe one of the top in the world practitioners in the area of code analysis. We also managed to convince him to submit a paper to our conference, and also to give a talk, which you will listen to in about 1.5 hours or so. So that was our objective number 4, to put together, key people, important people, to make our conference more reputable and serious. And final step, how do we get the authors? Because the conference, no matter how big is the program committee, how many sponsors you have or partners, if you don't have papers, then basically you don't have a conference. That was our understanding. So we started to promote this event everywhere it's possible, in international magazines, for example, in communications of the ACM. Maybe this is where some of you authors found us. So we put the banners in the communications of the ACM for 3 months, and we also put the banners in IEEE magazines, IEEE Computer, IEEE Software. Also there, we published our call for papers in any places we found. So it was a very interesting journey, because I personally, and maybe not so many of us, actually had experience of making the really international conference and promoting this way. But we tried our best. We created the Twitter account, which you may want to subscribe. We created this YouTube channel. We made the website for the conference. We published the information there. So we made a lot of technical preparation for the event. And then we actually got the authors. So we received 23 papers. 23 submissions, which I don't know how to measure this result, because we're doing this for the first time, but it seems that it's good enough for the first year, for the first conference. And out of these 23 papers, we selected only 6. So our rejection ratio was quite high. It's about 75%. So we rejected 3 papers out of 4, which, if we compare ourselves to other large international conferences, it's close to what they do. Of course, they receive more papers. They receive sometimes hundreds of papers, but we're just the beginning. We're just at the beginning of the journey. So we hope that next year we're going to have more and more and more. So we selected 6 papers, and let me tell you that the selection process was very objective. We tried to design it very objectively, so we made it a so-called double-blinded review. So we asked each author to remove their names and all the details from the papers, and then only then we sent those papers to reviewers, to the program committee. And we assigned at least 3, and sometimes 4, sometimes even 5, but at least 3 reviewers randomly selected for each paper. So the author didn't know who was reviewing the paper, and the reviewers didn't know in the beginning which papers will be landed on them and which papers they will review. And they provided their more or less objective opinions about the papers. Some of the reviewers provided very detailed opinions, some of the viewers gave very short opinions, but overall, we received a few dozens, like many actually, almost 60 or more than 60 review results from these program committee members. And then we, the system, the software, we didn't do it manually. The software calibrated the papers and showed us which papers are on top and which papers unfortunately have to be rejected. And we selected 6 papers which were the top. And actually our decision, why 6, I can explain why we selected 6 papers. We decided to select the papers which do not have any negative feedback from the program committee. So the papers which received only one paper, the paper number 6, I believe, it received only 1 negative commit from the program committee. The program committee members, they give feedback on the scale. So they have to say agree, disagree, strongly agree, or strongly disagree with the publication. Or the neutral opinion, like I don't know, whether yes or no. So when we were receiving strongly negative or just negative, we were rejecting the paper. That's how we got 6 papers. We didn't pay attention to who are the authors, where the papers are coming from, what the institutions. nothing at all. We didn't judge the people, we only judged the papers. And that actually helped us to select these 6 papers. And to finalize to what we have right now, these 6 papers, only one of these papers, only one paper out of 6 is coming from the author based in Russia. All other 5 papers are coming from authors based in different countries. So it seems that we managed to achieve the original goal, which we set for ourselves a year ago. We wanted to make international conference with the roots in Russia, based in Russia, but authors and program committee and people coming from other countries. That's how we integrate the community of Russian people with the community of other countries. So we have 5 papers we have a paper from America, we have a paper from Canada, we have a paper from, you're gonna hear the talks today from all the authors. So they are from different countries, which is great, I believe. So we managed to achieve our goal. The conference is quite small, but still we did something. And we published, to summarize, we published our proceedings, so I can show you how they look. This is the proceedings of the conference. We have like many of them. Look, this is like the total the total package of all the proceedings, which we will mail to all participants of the conference. So each program committee member will receive proceedings from us, each author will receive this, and some gifts as well. So we're gonna mail them. If you are the author, if you are the program committee member or a speaker, anyhow related to the conference, then you're gonna get a gift from us with this proceedings in a paper. And also the articles, all the articles will be published by IEEE Explore, and will be indexed by all the indexing systems in the world, like Scopus, Web of Science, and other systems, which is important for the authors. So if you are the author writing about computer science, and you definitely want to be published, but not published anywhere, but published somewhere where your papers will be indexed, and your total overall index of publications will increase in time. So that's all from me. I was one of the members of the organizing committee. Thanks for attending the conference. And now we jump right to our talks. We have just 2 minutes to our first, the opening speech. So let me wait for 1 or 2 minutes. I can also say that we are planning to continue this conference. It seems to be like a successful event for us and for our sponsors and for our partners. So we hope that next year we're going to have it again. Also, sometimes around this time. So it's going to be in March and then end of somewhere in April. So a little bit later. We actually plan to make this conference like physically attendable conference, not online only like it's now. But unfortunately, you know, because of this situation with the epidemic in Russia and in the world, so we decided to make it completely online. Let's see what happens next year. So you're definitely welcome to submit your papers to our next conference, and we will be glad to see you next year. The submission is the same as this year. It's completely electronic. It's completely double-blinded. So we will stick to our rules to be completely objective to the results, to the papers we publish, to the people who we invite and who we let write for us.